They ridiculed Earth at the Council, and humanity canceled every agreement. The Galactic Council chamber was huge. It floated above a planet that shimmered in the light of 3 suns. Ships of all shapes and sizes circled slowly around it, waiting for their representatives. Inside, the chamber was even more impressive. The walls were made of a material that changed color with the mood of the council, glowing softly whenever a delegate spoke. Hundreds of species were present, each one different from the other. Some had thin, elongated bodies, others had multiple eyes, and some looked like walking crystals. Every one of them carried the weight of their world's politics. Earth's representative, Jack Carter, walked slowly into the chamber. He was not tall, and his dark hair fell slightly over his forehead, but there was something in his eyes that made people notice him. Beside him walked his aide, Maya Lewis. She was younger, with sharp brown eyes that missed nothing. Together, they had traveled across star systems to reach this council, representing humanity for the first time in months. Jack looked around. The chamber hummed with conversations in dozens of languages. Some were spoken aloud, others transmitted as thoughts through advanced devices. The humans were late to this council. Their technology was young compared to many other civilizations, and most aliens thought Earth's voice would not matter. The council session began with a tone of formality that was almost ceremonial. Delegates from the largest and oldest civilizations spoke first. They discussed trade quotas, space routes, defense treaties, and research agreements. Each speaker carried a confidence that came from centuries of experience. Jack and Maya listened quietly. They were small in presence, but they had sharp minds and strong hearts. Then it happened. The Zorathi delegate stood up. He was tall and covered in shimmering scales that reflected the light of the chamber. His voice was smooth and sharp at the same time. "Earth," he said, "is a fragile world, a species barely surviving among stronger civilizations. Your presence here is amusing. Your treaties are weak, your fleets are tiny, and your technology is outdated. It is remarkable that you even made it this far." The chamber erupted with laughter. Some of the delegates waved their tentacles or flapped wings to show their approval. Others whispered among themselves. Even species that usually kept quiet smiled at the comment. Jack felt a cold burn in his chest. Maya placed a hand lightly on his arm. "Stay calm," she whispered. Jack straightened his back and replied quietly, "I will, let them speak." "Then we act," the Zorathi continued, enjoying the attention. "Humanity relies on the protection of others. Without the guidance of more advanced civilizations, Earth would fall into chaos. Your attempts at exploration are amusing. Your colonies on Mars and the Moon are toys compared to our outposts on multiple planets." The room laughed again. Some aliens even clapped. Jack's stomach twisted, but he did not look away. He watched the faces of the other delegates carefully. Some of them were allies of Earth, but they did not speak. They hesitated, perhaps unsure how to respond to the humiliation. Finally, the council chair, a being made entirely of light named Lyra, called for order. Her voice was calm but firm. "Enough, Zorathi. Let us continue with the agenda." But the damage was done. Jack felt a mix of anger and determination. He had seen humanity mocked before, but never on this scale, not in the presence of so many species, not with so many agreements hanging in the balance. After the council, Jack and Maya returned to the human observation deck. From there, they could see the stars stretching across the galaxy. Ships of all sizes moved in carefully controlled patterns, like a cosmic dance. Jack let out a long breath. "They think we are weak," he said, almost to himself. Maya looked at him. "They are wrong, and soon they will see that." Jack nodded. "We can't react here, not yet, but we can prepare. Every agreement, every treaty, every promise they think they control, we can review them. Humanity will decide our own path, not them." That night, the humans gathered for a small private session in the council's human quarters. The room was simple, with chairs and a holographic table. It felt almost like home compared to the grandeur of the council chamber. Jack, Maya, and several other human diplomats, including Rachel Hayes and Daniel Brooks, joined the meeting. "We have been humiliated," Daniel said, his voice steady. "But we cannot let anger drive us. We must think carefully. Every agreement we signed with these civilizations was meant to help Earth, but now it feels like chains instead of protection." Rachel leaned forward. "We have research facilities across 3 planets, joint fleets in defense coalitions, and trade agreements that let alien corporations access our rare resources. If we cancel them, they will lose far more than we do." Jack looked at the holographic map of the galaxy. Red and blue dots marked human installations and alien bases. "And we can do it quietly," he said. "No war, no destruction, just independence. We withdraw from treaties, reclaim our technology, close our facilities. Let them watch as humanity stands on its own." Maya nodded. "We have the knowledge, the people, and the courage. Other species think we are fragile, but they forget how quickly humans can adapt and learn. In decades, we built starships, colonies, and communication networks. They underestimate us because they only see our past, not our present." Daniel spoke again. "Then it is decided. We will review every treaty, every joint project, and every shared agreement. Humanity will choose which we honor and which we cancel. And when we act, it will be complete. No half measures, no compromises that put us at their mercy." Jack felt a wave of pride. For the first time in a long while, he felt the old spirit of humanity, the drive to survive, to grow, and to prove themselves. "We will not beg. We will not plead, we will stand as equals." Over the next days, the humans began the detailed work. Every treaty was examined. Every shared facility was accounted for. Experts from Earth's scientific and military branches contributed reports. They discovered just how much alien species had relied on human innovation. Some research projects were still in their infancy, and human engineers had been the backbone. Trade networks depended heavily on Earth's rare materials. And human fleets, though small, had been critical in guarding several key systems. While the humans worked, the galaxy continued as usual. Delegates discussed politics, trade, and science. None noticed the quiet storm forming in the human quarters. Jack and his team knew that when the moment came, humanity would not be asking for permission. They would be announcing their independence. One evening, Jack walked to the observation deck alone. He looked at the stars, at the ships moving like fireflies in the dark. He remembered old stories of Earth's past, wars, famines, and struggles that had nearly destroyed them. And he remembered the rise of human spaceflight, the courage of explorers, and the unity that had brought humanity to the stars. "They think we are weak," he whispered. "They will see soon that they were wrong." Back in the human quarters, Maya continued to work with analysts. "Jack," she said quietly, "we have the numbers, the ships, the colonies, the research. We can pull out completely and still survive. More than survive, we can thrive." Jack smiled. "Then we have a plan. Quietly, carefully, completely. Let them laugh while we prepare. Let them ridicule while we build. The day we act, the galaxy will remember Earth not as a weak junior member, but as a force that cannot be ignored." The days that followed were tense but focused. Jack and Maya coordinated with Earth's military and scientific leadership. They developed communication plans, withdrawal schedules, and contingency protocols. Every action was deliberate, every decision measured. Humanity had learned that rash reactions led to mistakes. They would act with patience, precision, and strength. The Zorathi delegate continued to speak at the council, unaware of the growing storm on Earth. He mocked human fleets, laughed at their technology, and praised his own species' achievements. Jack watched the broadcasts in the human quarters, feeling a mix of amusement and resolve. The insult had been sharp, but it had also awakened something in humanity, a quiet determination that would not be stopped. At night, Jack walked the empty halls of the council ship. He thought of Earth, its oceans, its mountains, its cities, and its people. He thought of the children who would grow up hearing stories of humiliation and rise. And he thought of the galaxy, where countless species would soon learn that humans were not to be underestimated. By the end of the week, humanity had a clear path. Every agreement was catalogued. Every shared facility had a plan for human withdrawal. Every alien delegation had been observed and their strengths and weaknesses noted. And through it all, Jack and Maya had kept the team focused, reminding them of one simple truth. The galaxy might ridicule them, but humanity would survive on its own terms. When Jack finally rested that night, he looked up at the stars once more. "They think we are fragile," he whispered again, "but they don't know what humans can do when they decide to stand alone." And with that, the quiet work of Earth's rise began, a slow, deliberate preparation that would change the galaxy forever. On Earth, the news of the Council's humiliation reached the highest offices within hours. President Daniel Brooks sat in his office, looking out over the city that shimmered under the evening lights. His office was quiet, save for the soft hum of computers and the low murmur of aides working. He rubbed his temples, feeling the weight of responsibility. Humanity had been ridiculed on a galactic stage, but Daniel knew that anger alone would not solve anything. Decisions had to be precise, deliberate, and strong. Rachel Hayes, one of Earth's top diplomats, stood across from him. She held a data pad, scrolling through reports sent from the council chamber. "They laughed at us, Daniel," she said. "The Zarathi and their followers have no idea how fast humanity can grow. Every project they mocked, every fleet they called weak, we can exceed their expectations. But first we need a plan." Daniel nodded. "We will not react with violence. That would only confirm their arrogance. Instead, we will do something they never expect. We will take control of our future entirely. Every treaty, every agreement, every shared project, it all goes under review. Humanity decides what we continue and what we end." The room went silent for a moment. The aides and analysts exchanged looks. No human had ever suggested such a complete withdrawal before. "You mean cancel everything?" asked an advisor hesitantly. "Yes," Daniel replied firmly. "We will cancel anything that puts Earth at their mercy. We will reclaim our technology, our knowledge, and our resources. If they think we are fragile, they will soon learn we are not. Every decision will be made carefully. We will not burn bridges blindly, but we will no longer be controlled by fear or ridicule." Over the next few days, a team of Earth's top diplomats, scientists, military leaders, and engineers assembled in a secure command center. It was located beneath the surface of the planet, surrounded by reinforced walls and advanced security systems. Holographic displays covered the walls, showing data about every human installation, fleet, and project shared with alien civilizations. Jack Carter and Maya Lewis joined the team. Jack examined the holographic map of the galaxy. Red dots marked human colonies, blue dots showed alien installations, and green lines traced trade and communication routes. Every dot, every line, represented a connection humans had with other species, and each connection now had to be reviewed. Maya pointed to a cluster of dots on the far side of the galaxy. "This is where the joint research labs are located. Human scientists built half of them, but the alien species claim ownership. If we cancel agreements, we can reclaim them, but we need to move carefully." "We cannot risk an accident or a confrontation," Jack nodded. "We will plan each step, slowly, deliberately, completely. We do not fight them with war, but with independence." Rachel spoke up. "The trade agreements are next. Aliens have access to Earth's rare materials. If we cancel these, their industries will suffer, but we must ensure Earth can maintain its own supply and economy. We cannot risk shortages here." Daniel leaned back in his chair. "Exactly. We must protect our people first. Then we take back what belongs to humanity. This is not revenge. This is survival and growth. Let the galaxy think we are fragile. They will be wrong." The next weeks were a flurry of activity. Teams of engineers began auditing every human installation. They checked fleets, colonies, and technology shared with other species. Every system was cataloged. Every fleet was accounted for. Every research project was logged. Analysts compared alien dependence on humans with human dependence on aliens. The results were striking. Many of the so-called advanced civilizations relied heavily on human technology, engineers, and knowledge. Fleets operated with human navigators and tactical software. Research projects depended on human scientists. Trade networks would falter without human resources. And still, humanity had been mocked. Jack walked through the command center one evening, observing the teams at work. He felt a strange mix of satisfaction and determination. "They think we are fragile," he said quietly to Maya. "Soon, they will see just how wrong they are." Maya smiled. "And when we act with precision. No chaos, no mistakes, just independence." Daniel called for a global virtual meeting. Leaders from every human nation appeared as holograms around the table. They discussed the plan in detail. Every treaty was reviewed. Every shared facility and project was assessed. Every fleet and resource was inventoried. "We cannot underestimate the galaxy," Daniel warned. "Some species may try to pressure us, bribe us, or threaten us, but we must remain united. Humanity acts as one." Rachel added, "We must also prepare a message. When the galaxy sees us withdrawing, they will demand explanations. We cannot react with threats. We need a clear, confident statement. Humanity chooses its own path, and no one else dictates our future." Jack suggested, "Let's make it simple. No long speeches, no apologies, just facts. We withdraw from agreements, we reclaim our resources, we control our technology. We no longer answer to anyone. That will be enough. Maya nodded. And quietly, we don't need to provoke war. Let them watch as humanity moves forward, stronger than they expected. The weeks turned into months. Human fleets returned from joint bases. Research labs were transferred back to Earth or human-controlled colonies. Trade agreements were renegotiated to limit alien access to human resources. The galaxy began to notice subtle changes. Ships that once moved freely in human-controlled space now faced restrictions. Communications once shared openly were now monitored and controlled by Earth authorities. Alien delegates tried to intervene. Messages arrived at Earth demanding explanations, pleading for continued cooperation, and in some cases, threatening sanctions or isolation. Daniel and his team responded calmly. Each message was met with clarity and confidence. Humanity was no longer negotiating as a junior partner. Every action had been carefully planned and measured. Jack watched the galaxy's reaction closely. Some species panicked. Their industries relied on human materials and engineers. Fleets that had operated smoothly now struggled without human navigators. Others laughed, assuming humans would fail, but Jack knew better. Humanity had prepared for every contingency. Every withdrawal, every cancellation, every step had been calculated. Rachel spoke to the team one evening. They underestimate us because they only see the past. They do not see what we are capable of now. They do not see how quickly humans can adapt when cornered. Maya added, and that is exactly what we will show them. Not with violence, but with independence. When they finally realize what we have done, they will respect us, whether they like it or not. The final step of the plan involved a public announcement. Humanity would make it clear that they were canceling every interstellar agreement. There would be no anger, no insults, no threats, just a statement of fact. Humans would no longer be junior members of the Council or dependent on alien technology and trade. When the announcement came, it was simple and precise. Broadcast to every corner of the galaxy, the message stated that Earth and humanity would manage their own affairs, cancel all agreements that put them at risk, and reclaim full control over all human technology and resources. The reactions were immediate and dramatic. Some species accused Earth of arrogance. Others were afraid, realizing how dependent they had been on human innovation and resources. Trade networks faltered, research projects stalled, defense fleets struggled without human engineers. And still humanity remained calm, confident, and united. Jack watched the broadcasts from the observation deck. Ships moved under human command. Colonies thrived independently. Laboratories operated without alien oversight. Humanity had taken the first step in claiming its place as a self-reliant power in the galaxy. Rachel spoke beside him. They laughed at us, Jack. They thought they were teaching us a lesson, but look at them now. They cannot operate without us. Jack nodded. And we didn't fight them. We didn't attack. We simply chose ourselves. That is the real power of humanity. We survive, we grow, and we thrive, not because we are strongest, but because we never give up. Maya added, and this is only the beginning. The galaxy will continue to test us, push us, and try to control us. But now we know we are capable. We are no longer fragile. We are independent, strong, and ready for anything. Daniel Brooks addressed the team one last time in the secure command center. We have completed the first phase of our plan. Humanity is free. We have withdrawn from every agreement that limited us. We have reclaimed our technology, resources, and control. From this point forward, Earth answers only to itself. Let the galaxy remember this moment. Let them understand that humans will never be ridiculed again. The team stood quietly, understanding the significance of their work. This was more than politics, more than strategy. It was a statement of identity. Humanity had survived ridicule, and now it was ready to thrive on its own terms. Jack looked up at the stars from the observation deck one last time that night. Ships glimmered in the distance, colonies flickered like lights in the darkness, and Earth shone brightly in the galaxy. We have taken the first step, he whispered, and soon the universe will learn that humans are not to be underestimated. And so humanity began its new era. A quiet rise, measured and deliberate, reclaiming independence and strength. The galaxy had mocked Earth, but in doing so, it had awakened a determination that would shape the future of humanity for centuries to come. The galaxy did not take humanity's withdrawal quietly. At first, most species thought it was a small gesture. Earth was a minor player, they said, barely advanced enough to cause trouble. But when human ships began returning from joint fleets and alien access to Earth's materials was suddenly cut off, panic started to spread. Jack Carter watched the first reports arrive in the human command center. "Look at this," he said, pointing to the holographic map. "The Vorani fleet is stuck outside their own systems. They relied on our navigators for years, and now they cannot operate efficiently. Their supply lines are breaking down," Maya Lewis frowned. "And the Kirin research labs are shutting down. Our scientists removed our technology and restricted access. They cannot continue experiments without it." Daniel Brooks leaned over the table, studying the reports. "This is exactly what we expected. The galaxy underestimated humanity. Now they see the cost of their ridicule." Rachel Hayes tapped on her data pad, bringing up another report. "Trade networks are faltering. Several species depended on human minerals for their industries. Factories are shutting down, ships are being delayed, and there is no way for them to get our resources without negotiating." The room was quiet. No one celebrated. They all understood the stakes. Humanity was showing strength, but the galaxy's reaction could be dangerous. Some species were angry, some afraid, and some were quietly respecting humanity's decision. The galaxy was watching, and every action had consequences. Jack walked to the observation deck, looking at the stars. Ships moved slowly, carefully, as human fleets took control of their space. Colonies operated independently, and research labs thrived without alien interference. Humanity had prepared for every challenge. Every withdrawal had been calculated. Maya joined him. "They thought we were weak. They laughed at us, but we didn't fight them with weapons. We fought with independence, with strategy, and they cannot ignore us now." Jack nodded. "We made them see they cannot control us anymore. And the best part is we did it without anger or rashness. They only see what they lost, not what we gained." Meanwhile, the council reacted in shock. The Zarathi delegates sent urgent messages, demanding explanations. How can humanity withdraw so completely? They were a junior member dependent on us. This is unprecedented. Other delegates echoed the sentiment. Some tried to negotiate, some tried to intimidate, and some simply panicked. Entire industries collapsed without access to human resources. Research projects stalled. Defense fleets struggled without human engineers. But Earth remained calm. Daniel Brooks and his team responded politely but firmly. Humanity was no longer negotiating as a junior member. Every action was deliberate and measured. Jack watched a report on the Vorani fleet. Ships were stuck in transit, unable to complete missions. Supplies were delayed. Without human navigators and engineers, their fleet efficiency had dropped by more than 50%. He could not help but smile. Rachel noticed his expression. "Do not get too pleased, Jack. This is only the beginning. We must continue to monitor and ensure our systems remain stable. They will try to challenge us." Jack nodded. "I know, but it is satisfying to see them realize they underestimated us." Maya brought up a message from the Zarathi. "They want a meeting, Jack. They want to discuss our withdrawal. They want to convince us to return to agreements." Jack shook his head. "No, we do not return to anything that puts us at risk. If we meet, it will only be to make them understand our terms." "Humanity chooses its own path, not theirs," Daniel Brooks agreed. "We must remain firm. Humanity cannot be intimidated. They mocked us. They laughed at us. And now they see that ridicule was a mistake." As the days passed, reports of alien panic increased. The Kirin laboratories could not continue experiments without human input. Factories in multiple systems stopped production because human materials were no longer available. Some species tried to secretly import our resources through illegal channels, but human monitoring prevented them. Rachel pointed out, "They are trying to adapt, but it will take time. Every system they depended on us for is failing." Maya added, "And during this time, humans continue to develop independently. Our research labs are expanding, our fleets are growing, our colonies are thriving. The galaxy cannot catch up because we move faster than they expect." Jack studied the galaxy map. "The key is patience. We let them struggle while we strengthen ourselves. In a few years, humans will be far beyond what they imagined, and all because they thought we were weak." One evening, Jack received a message from a distant human colony. "Commander Carter," the message said, "our ships have completed the final transfer of technology. We are now fully independent. No alien interference remains, the colony thrives, and our production has increased by 30%. Jack smiled. Excellent. Send my congratulations to the team. Humanity grows stronger every day. Maya looked at him. Do you think they will ever respect us? Jack thought for a moment. Some may never respect us, some may fear us, but respect is not what we seek right now. Survival and independence are what matter. Respect will follow when they see our strength. Rachel updated the team on another matter. The trade networks are still struggling. Several species are negotiating quietly to regain access to our resources. They know they cannot threaten us, but they want what we control. That gives us leverage for future discussions. Daniel Brooks leaned back. Exactly. We do not need to act aggressively. We simply show strength. Let them come to us on our terms. Weeks turned into months. The galaxy began to recognize that humanity was no longer the same species they had ridiculed. Humans were self-reliant, strategic, and strong. Fleets operated independently, colonies flourished, and trade networks were firmly under human control. Alien delegates started to send requests for cooperation, but this time the humans set the terms. They demanded respect, fair treatment, and recognition of Earth's independence. Many delegates were forced to comply, realizing that humanity could no longer be ignored or controlled. Jack and Maya walked through the human command center one evening. We have changed the galaxy, Jack said. They mocked us, but we showed them our strength without firing a single shot. Maya nodded. And we will continue to grow. Every day, humans learn, build, and explore. The galaxy cannot stop us because we have learned to rely on ourselves. Rachel added, they thought we were fragile. They thought they could control us, but they were wrong. Humanity is no longer a junior member. We are equals, and soon we will be leaders in our own right. Daniel Brooks addressed the team one evening. This is only the beginning. Humanity has reclaimed independence, but our journey has just started. We will continue to expand, explore, and strengthen our position in the galaxy. Let the species that ridiculed us watch. They will see the true power of humans. Jack looked at the stars from the observation deck. Ships glimmered in the darkness, colonies flickered like lights, and Earth shone brightly. Humanity had taken control of its destiny. They had been ridiculed, but now they were a force to be reckoned with. Maya spoke beside him. The galaxy will never forget this. They mocked us, but now they see that humans cannot be underestimated. Jack nodded. And the best part is we did it without anger or violence. Our strength comes from unity, strategy, and determination. That is the true power of humanity. Meanwhile, the alien council struggled to cope. Delegates argued among themselves. Some species wanted to punish humanity, but they could not agree on how. Others were afraid, realizing how much they depended on human technology and resources. Some quietly respected humanity's strategy, recognizing that humans had acted wisely and effectively. Jack received another message from a human fleet commander. All systems are secure. Our ships are fully operational. Colonies are thriving. Humanity controls its own destiny. Jack smiled. Good. Humanity grows stronger every day. Let the galaxy watch and learn. The months passed, and humanity continued to expand independently. Human fleets explored new star systems. Colonies developed new technologies, and research labs produced innovations that had never existed before. The galaxy slowly realized that the humans they had mocked were no longer fragile, no longer dependent, and no longer to be underestimated. Rachel spoke one evening, reviewing reports with Jack and Maya. The galaxy is finally noticing. Species that once laughed are now cautious. They understand that humans are capable, strategic, and independent. They may not like it, but they respect it. Maya added, and we continue to grow. Every day, humans become stronger, smarter, and more self-reliant. The galaxy cannot match our pace because we move faster than they anticipate. Daniel Brooks addressed the team one last time in the command center. Humanity has completed the first stage of its rise. We are independent. We are strong. And we are ready for anything the galaxy throws at us. Let the species that mocked us remember this moment. Humanity cannot be ridiculed again. Jack looked at the stars from the observation deck, thinking about Earth and its people. He thought of the ridicule, the challenges, and the obstacles they had overcome. And he thought of the future, a future where humanity would no longer be laughed at, a future where humans would be respected as equals, and a future where the galaxy would see the true power of Earth. Maya joined him quietly. We have shown them, Jack. Humanity cannot be underestimated. They mocked us, but we have proven them wrong. Jack nodded, looking out at the stars. And this is only the beginning. The galaxy will continue to test us, but humanity is ready. We are strong, independent, and determined. And they will learn to respect us, whether they like it or not. And so, humanity's quiet rise continued. The galaxy had ridiculed Earth, but humans had reclaimed independence and strength. They had shown that survival, intelligence, and determination were more powerful than ridicule, and the species that had laughed would never forget the day humanity chose its own destiny. Humanity had grown stronger than anyone in the galaxy expected. Fleets moved through space with precision. Colonies thrived without alien supervision. Research labs produced new technologies that other species had only dreamed of. Earth no longer relied on anyone else, and slowly the galaxy began to realize that humanity was no longer a species to mock or ignore. Jack Carter watched the reports from the command center. He saw human fleets exploring beyond mapped space, discovering new planets and systems. He saw research labs developing energy sources more efficient than anything the galaxy had seen. And he saw colonies growing, producing resources and technology independently. Humanity had not only survived, it was rising. Maya Lewis stood beside him. "Look at them," she said quietly, pointing to a display of alien fleets and colonies struggling to adapt. "They laughed at us and now they watch us grow. They cannot catch up no matter how hard they try," Jack nodded, "and they will remember this. They will understand that humans cannot be controlled or ridiculed. We act with intelligence, strategy, and determination. That is our power." The council continued to meet, though Earth no longer participated. Alien delegates sent messages, some polite, some desperate, some threatening. The Zarathi delegate in particular seemed unable to accept humanity's independence. "How can they control their own systems so quickly?" one message demanded. "We cannot allow this." Daniel Brooks read the messages with a calm expression. "We will respond only when necessary. Humanity has made its choice. We act for ourselves, not to please or punish anyone. If they cannot understand that, it is their problem, not ours." Rachel Hayes added, "Many species are starting to send offers of cooperation now. They want access to our technology, our colonies, our fleets. They realize that humans are powerful and independent. They know they cannot force us." Jack smiled. "Finally, they understand." It was never about proving them wrong. It was about proving ourselves right. Humanity survives and thrives because we choose our path, not because others approve. Maya checked a display showing resource networks. Trade networks are stabilizing under human control. Some alien species are trying to negotiate quietly, offering resources in exchange for cooperation. We can accept only what benefits humanity. No compromises that weaken us. Daniel Brooks nodded. "Exactly. Humanity must always act for itself first. Cooperation is only on our terms, never dictated by others." The months turned into years. Human colonies became centers of production and innovation. Fleets patrolled human-controlled space efficiently. Research labs discovered new energy sources, advanced propulsion systems, and technologies that made other species rely on their own imagination to catch up. Jack watched a report on a new propulsion system being tested at a distant colony. "This will allow human ships to travel farther and faster than any alien fleet. We are creating the future, not following it," Maya added, "and the galaxy will notice. When humans arrive in unexplored systems first, they will see that we have achieved independence and strength without them." Rachel Hayes reviewed a communication from an alien species requesting access to human technology. "They want to collaborate, but this time we control the terms. We decide what to share and what to keep. Humanity is in charge now." Daniel Brooks spoke to the team during a meeting. "The galaxy has changed. Humanity is no longer a junior member. We are self-reliant, strong, and respected. Our independence is complete, but we must continue to act carefully. Expansion, exploration, and growth must always be measured." Jack and Maya returned to the observation deck, looking at the stars. Ships glimmered as they moved across space, colonies sparkled like lights in the darkness, and Earth shone brightly at the center of it all. "We have done it," Maya said. "The galaxy sees humanity as it is now. No one can underestimate us." Jack nodded. "And it only gets better. The galaxy will continue to test us, but we are ready. Our fleets, our colonies, our people, everything is prepared. Humanity is stronger than ever." Alien delegates continued to react to Earth's rise. Some species tried to form alliances against humans, but they could not coordinate effectively. Every species relied on human materials, technology, or expertise in some way. Without cooperation from humanity, their plans failed. Rachel pointed to the reports. They underestimated us for decades. They thought we were weak and fragile, and now they see that humans are independent, intelligent, and unstoppable when united. Maya added, "Our independence is not just survival, it is progress." Every colony, every fleet, every research project is a statement that humanity is capable of shaping its destiny. Jack received a message from a distant fleet commander. "Commander Carter, all systems under our control are stable. Colonies are thriving and human fleets are fully operational. We are fully independent and growing stronger every day." Jack smiled. "Excellent. Humanity continues to rise. Let the galaxy watch. We do not need their approval. Our strength speaks for itself." Daniel Brooks addressed the command center team. "Humanity's journey is far from over. We have reclaimed independence, but the future holds more challenges. We must continue to expand, explore, and innovate. Humanity will set the pace for the galaxy, not follow it." Maya pointed to a display showing exploration missions beyond mapped space. "We are reaching systems no species has ever seen. Our technology allows us to travel faster, establish colonies, and gather resources before others. The galaxy cannot stop us." Jack nodded. "This is how humanity thrives. We do not wait for permission. We do not beg for approval. We act with intelligence, courage, and determination, and we will always move forward." Years passed, and humanity's reputation spread. Stories of human ingenuity, independence, and strength circulated among alien species. Many who had once mocked Earth now approached with caution and respect. Some feared humanity's rise, while others quietly admired it. Rachel reviewed a report of an alien species that had attempted to attack a human trade route. "They underestimated our fleet. Their ships were destroyed or captured without any loss on our side. They will think twice before challenging humanity again." Maya added, "And that is just one example. Every time they underestimate us, they learn the same lesson. Humans cannot be ignored or controlled. Our strength is our independence and intelligence." Jack looked at the stars from the observation deck. He thought about Earth, the people, and the journey that had brought them here. Humanity had been ridiculed, laughed at, and underestimated. But through careful planning, unity, and determination, they had risen stronger than anyone imagined. Daniel Brooks spoke to the team one last time during a major meeting. "Humanity has reached a new era. Independence is complete. Technology, fleets, colonies, and research are under human control. The galaxy has learned that ridicule does not weaken us. It only motivates us. We will continue to rise, explore, and thrive on our terms." Jack smiled, thinking of all the species that had mocked humanity. "They thought they could teach us a lesson. They laughed at us, but we did not react with anger or violence. We simply prepared, acted wisely, and claimed our independence. That is true power." Maya joined him on the observation deck. "And it only grows. Humans are learning faster, building faster, and exploring further than any species could predict. The galaxy cannot control us, and they cannot stop us." Rachel added, "The galaxy sees now that humans are independent, intelligent, and strong. Our rise has begun, and no ridicule can stop it." Jack looked at the stars, imagining the future. "The galaxy may test us, push us, or challenge us, but humanity is ready. We have learned to rely on ourselves, and we will continue to thrive. The species that laughed will never forget that humans cannot be underestimated." And so, humanity's rise continued. Fleets explored new systems, colonies thrived independently, and research labs created technologies that reshaped the galaxy. Species that had once mocked Earth now approached with respect, caution, or admiration. Humanity had proven that survival, intelligence, and determination were stronger than ridicule. The galaxy had laughed at Earth, but humans had grown into a force that could not be ignored. Independence, strategy, and careful planning had shown every species the true power of humanity. Jack, Maya, and the team watched as human ships moved through unexplored space, colonies expanded, and technology advanced. Humanity had risen from ridicule to independence, proving that no force in the galaxy could stop a species that believed in itself. Daniel Brooks addressed the team one last time. "Remember this moment. Humanity has reclaimed its destiny. We have survived ridicule, reclaimed independence, and demonstrated strength. The galaxy will remember Earth, and humanity will never again be underestimated. Jack looked at the stars. We have done more than survive. We have risen. And the galaxy will see, for centuries to come, the power of humans who choose their own path. Maya nodded. This is only the beginning. Humanity will continue to grow, explore, and thrive, and no one will ever be able to mock us again. Humanity had started its quiet rise, and the galaxy had learned an important lesson. Ridicule had sparked determination. Underestimation had sparked innovation, and weakness had been transformed into strength. The humans of Earth were no longer fragile, no longer dependent, and no longer to be laughed at. They had claimed their place in the galaxy, and nothing could take it away.